Forestry has created a host of brand new moneymakers because it has been announced that it's essentially going to be an item sink. That means some items are being bought out and have already gone up in price, and others will do so in the future. So this first moneymaker is because Jagex has announced that potentially, because nothing is 100% confirmed yet, that one of the items in Forestry called Slingshot Ammo, used for the Pheasants event, uses limestone bricks. So essentially deleted after use, it's highly likely we will use a lot of it. This is how that announcement affected the price. It spiked up immediately to 1,727 GP, which is just crazy considering it costs 27 GP to buy from a shop, which has no requirements at all. It's been up and down since, but seems to have settled around 400 GP, which is double the price it used to be. So to get to the shop that sells these in Keldergrim, you can take the minecart by going down the west trapdoor at the GE, which brings you out over here and you just have to run around, or you can go through the building in the middle. You don't need a lot of money at all for this, it's a very cheap item, so I just have 1 million GP with me and a stamina potion. All you're going to do is buy limestone bricks and bank them, and I tested for 5 minutes just to see how much I was going to make. Now the price of limestone bricks does go up the lower that the shop's stock is, and stops around 126 GP I think it was, so I hot worlds about every 4 or 5 inventories just to keep the price down. After 5 minutes I bought 338, which at the current price made me 103,751 GP. Well, let's call it 100,000 GP since I did use 2 doses of stamina potion. That 100,000 profit in 5 minutes works out at a very respectable 1.2 million GP per hour at the current prices, but if you're patient you should be able to get a bit more than that. Forestry is not out for about 4 or 5 months, so the price of limestone bricks is going to go up and down over time. The more people that invest in them, the more the price goes up, and the more people that do this money making, the more the price comes down. If the price you manage to sell at is around the 600 mark that they've recently been going up to a few times a day, it works out at 2.2 million GP per hour. But if you only get 200 GP each, it goes right down to 500,000 GP per hour. You won't get this price, but just out of curiosity, I wanted to test what the person who sold them for 1,727 GP was making, and it works out at 6.7 million GP per hour. Now that would have made a nice video. Forestry is going to produce a ton of different money makers, so if that's your thing and you want to subscribe, I'll be posting a lot more in the future.